Welcome to my series on posture. This is about exercise today. My name is Stephen Hamlin, mybodycanlearn.com. I'm a Feldenkrais teacher. I work with many clients over many years, last 20 some years. And exercise is something that everybody wants to know more about, and everybody does it. And how do we do it? And is there any hints we can get from the Feldenkrais method of how we can exercise in ways that help us instead of maybe hurt us? And the answer to that is yes. And I'll just give what I've learned over the last many years. One idea is if you tense the fist, this is kind of body language for anger, fighting, stress. So if we don't need to tense the fist, we shouldn't tense the fist. So personally, I wouldn't spend all my time exercising with kettlebells or weights or where you have to grip all the time, whatever you do, grip. There are ways to exercise where you don't have to grip. I like to use the machines at the health club because I can use the butt of the palm and push or pull without such a hard grip. Free weights, people recommend free weights because it works the whole body, better balance, but you have to have this death grip. And so that's a consideration that I take into account. And for many years, this is the exercise I like to do because I'll just tell you quickly, we tend to fold in the chest like this. We kind of curl in. And as you grow older, it can be like even really bad like this. This is a disability. Curling in the upper chest causes many troubles. Head forward, thoracic outlet syndrome, poor breathing, stoop posture. So how do we reverse this? We don't want to exercise in a way that makes it worse. We want to straighten and stack the body. So one thing is, at the health club, pulling in movements. Use the rowing machine, use the cable machines, use whatever you can. Don't ignore the pulling movements because that strengthens the back, upper back particularly, which keeps the head back over center. And you notice these guys at the health club who exercise, they have the head over the center because they do these pulling movements. So there's another way to correct this posture, and that is to get a styrofoam roller and put it along your spine. Could I have that roller? You can lie down. I won't lie down, but I'll just show you what you do. You would lie on your back, put the roller like this, bend the knees, and you just stay there, and gravity opens up the chest, opens up the arms. You have the arms to the side, bring the arms up, bring them down, it opens you out. The problem is, as we go through life, we spend so many hours with the arms doing this crunching in thing. And so then we get a habit of being like this in many different varieties. And so we go and do tennis, or we do weightlifting, or we do whatever we do in life like this. And so we need to specifically address this issue. My Feldenkrais mentor said, it's the single most important thing. The single most important thing is to open this out. And before bed particularly, because if you sleep with the crunch in, this is a way to open out that crunch. Is lie on your back with a roller like this, with the back of the head on the roller and the pelvis under the roller, the knees bent. You lie down like that and just relax. Feels really good. It opens you out, opens the pelvis out, opens the upper ribs, and you just relax. Gravity does all the work. So this is something that you should have in your daily routine. If you don't do that every day, then at least you should do this, which is bend the knees, open the arms out like this. This is very intelligent, very helpful because it opens up, stretches the biceps, stretches the arms. Now, how you do this is also important. If you were to tense the fist as you open the arms, you wouldn't get breathing here. So if you'd be inhaling, you'd collapse the upper chest, the head would go forward. And I did that for many years, like this, head went forward. So what I now do, I make a soft fist, and I breathe, fill the air there, pull the belly in, and then expand here as I bring the soft arm. Then I tense the arms at the very end, and the head goes back, corrects my head forward posture. So if you're doing any movements with the breath, you want to have the inhale to include the upper chest, expand the upper chest, pull the belly in, it's good, and pull the head back. So that brings up the next topic is the belly. So I've said you want to have the ribs, the low ribs tight and not so protruded. And that often means we tighten the belly to do that. But we don't want to have a tight belly all day long. We don't want to exercise with flat, tight belly. Personal trainers don't know this. I had a personal trainer once who was very good, won many contests, but he had a very tight, flat belly. And if you look at books on archaeology, these people, ancient ages, none of them had a flat, tight belly. The Venus de Milo, beautiful feminine art, she had a full belly. All the ancient art, you see full bellies, full rounded bellies. So it's a misconception in our culture that fitness requires a tight, uptight, flat belly. We do need some tonus in the belly and for coordination and to keep the low ribs in. And Moshe Feldenkrais gave you a secret formula. This is a secret formula to tell how do you have a belly? How much tension? How do you know? He said you take an imaginary hammer or axe and you raise it over your head as if you're going to strike like that. So you're going back. As you go back, the belly and everything has to relax, to stretch. And as you come forward, you start to tighten. So halfway from back to forward, right at the top, the belly is not loose, it's not slack, it's not tight, it holds some tension. That's how you're supposed to stand, with the belly halfway from tight to soft, a little bit. So you don't want a big loose belly, but neither do you want to always go up with an uptight belly out of vanity, holding it up. And if you exercise like that, you're going to get, all kinds of troubles with your digestion. The vagus nerve won't be happy, hiatal hernia syndrome. Your intuition won't work because intuition also works with relaxation and a gut sense. And when you have a gut sense, I know that's true. I feel it in my gut. Well, when you feel it in your gut, the gut relaxes. And there's actually, scientists have discovered in the gut, there's a lot of brain cells down here. We think with our gut in many ways. So we don't want to hold tension there. Whatever you do in the way of exercise, try to find that proper tension of the belly, because you can run, exercise, play tennis, play golf with a belly that's uptight because you think that's the way it's supposed to be. No, you need to have the floor of the pelvis dropped, relax the arches of the foot, be grounded, and have some tension in the belly that's necessary for some tension, but not a lot. Okay. The material presented here is for information only. It summarizes the main tools that I have personally used for about 25 years as a Feldenkrais teacher. I've worked with many clients with serious medical issues and other people, and I've found these ideas are safe and simple, they're effective, but common sense dictates that you need your doctor's permission. If you have any questions, if there's any pain, you shouldn't do a movement, you should always be gentle, go slowly. If you have any doubt about the safety of a movement, respect that and don't do it. You can see a professional teacher of movement, an Alexander or Feldenkrais teacher. These people are very good. They've studied posture for a lifetime. You can trust them, and they can look at you, and in a glance, they can tell you what is going on in your body and what you need to do particularly to help yourself. And this can save you many years of futile effort and struggling, doing everything or trying to accomplish something you don't really need to accomplish in the way of posture. When you have a professional, experienced person looking at you and you follow their advice, it can save you lots of effort and time.